So this is what we have so far for our dog area. It's a work in progress because we have so much we're doing here. We got puppies coming, so we got the whelping room done, but we still have a lot of stuff to unpack, but we have renovations to do. But in the back you'll see it's all woods, and that's all our property. But for now we just took our old portable fencing, and we had all this mulch delivered so they have something soft to walk on. But these are all like a pine grove, and we're gonna cut down a bunch of trees and extend it in there so the dogs have a lot of room. We have over 7 acres here. I think it's like 7.25. And then this building is where the pups are. So this is a really nice building. We have a lot of plans for it, but like I said, it all takes time. So they're probably gonna start barking when I open this door. Okay, so this is the inside of the building. Look how big she is. Look at you, big mama. All the girls are here, and we have 3 on this side, 3 on that side. Grizz, Rhea, and Ebby. There's Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Yes, you're gonna eat dinner outside, yeah. It's really warm out today, but we've had so much going on, I didn't even turn the mini split down. Look at her belly. Yeah, isn't she cute? So this is eventually going to be just for them, but we have a lot of work to do because we moved here, and right now we have a lot of stuff in here that we have to move out. And then we also moved in the dead of winter. I mean, it's not the dead of winter here, but it is still their off season. So it's, here you go, baby girls. It's cooler here. So we really, first year, we learned like what, you're gonna want one too? What we needed to do, but it has all this insulation, everybody out, and we're gonna be able to, what do they call that? Epoxy the floor so we can wash it. But when we first moved here, you guys might remember that the dirt is like orange. So it really gets, when it's wet, it gets on their feet. So that's why this is all like, it's from the dirt, even though we sweep it and vacuum it. But we'll be able to really scrub it, hi sweet girl, and get that epoxy floor on with walls. It has a couple of windows. Kind of just show you like how far we come for when next year at this time. But we have like so much to do. We're renovating the house. We're getting the tiny house going. This is a big space, and they all get to see each other, where before they had like 3 in one room and then 3 in another. So they all, this is more socializing for them because they see each other versus only 3, you know, and then the other 3. But we did have a issue with Miss Charlie. Look at her. She's like a little bear. Hi. Hi, Charlie. Easy, 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 easy. So Charlie's out by herself because last weekend we had, actually last Monday, we had a bit of an emergency with this little goof troop. She's watching their kitties. She ended up with a prolapse from her heat cycle. So what happens is they swell, and she's 123 pounds too, so she's having a good old time whacking me with her back end. Easy, you big moose, like her mom. So it swells, and then her innards actually came out too, which we've never had one before, but the longer you breed, the more you see. And we weren't even breeding her. It was just her first heat cycle. She's 9 months old. But we got her to our vet. We have a new vet that we like. Actually, he's very nice. You've seen just her and Bernie so far. Eva goes for her checkup soon too, so he'll get to meet her too. But you can see she's still kind of swollen in the back. She's coming off her heat cycle. She had been in her heat cycle exactly 2 weeks when this happened, and that's kind of like the prime. So what they do is they go to the outside and they stitch it so her innards stay in and don't get infected or, you know, any other problems. So I noticed it, like she was really swollen. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's really swollen. Then I noticed it that she had some other parts are hanging out that shouldn't have been. So we had it stitched up. All they do is sedate her, and they stitch it up. The vets here are a lot more affordable, I want to say. And because she had that happen, she probably wouldn't be a good candidate for breeding. So unfortunately, she is going to be spayed within the next couple of months, and we'll probably be looking for a good family home for her. She's only 9 months old. She doesn't really know her size, but she's sweet. She is nervous at first, like most Danes. She was with the vet too. She's very nervous when he came in, and then he just kind of, you know, put his hand out. She slowly came over and sniffed him, and by the time I came, because I had to leave her, so they gave her a concoction of stuff to make her loopy. She was loopy for the rest of the night. 123 pounds. But by the time I had to drop her off and pick her back up, she was buddy old pals with them. So she just takes, like most Danes, she just takes a little bit to get warm up, and she's really young, so she's not really confident yet. But I think she'd be great, suitable for a family. She was good with our grandkids. But again, a slow introduction. Plus, she's a big girl, so she doesn't know her size, and she's a puppy. She's only 9 months old. So that is what was a bit of an emergency last week that we dealt with. But they were good. They, you know, we brought her in, and they do have urgent cares and emergency vets around here too. But she was still peeing and pooping just fine. That's the things you have to really worry about with a prolapse, is if it can swell so much it can prohibit them from urinating. So she was urinating and passing feces fine. So we brought her in Monday. She just had her dinner out here. So has to be by herself because of her sutures. She normally plays with her dad or Rhea. They're kind of, Rhea's younger and tolerates her too. And you got to be careful too with the size, but Rhea usually has her on her back and playing with her. Rhea's a very smaller than her, but Charlie's a sweet girl. So we will be looking. We are in North Carolina, but anybody that's in New Hampshire, one of our families that, you know, that we've had connections with, or anywhere far in between, is interested in maybe having Charlie be part of your family, just let us know. But we'll probably, they want to wait for her to go down, and because she came into heat younger, they don't want to wait the full 6 months, because they said, what if she comes into heat early again? This has a pretty good 3 out of 2/3 chance of it coming back again, so that's a pretty good odds. So sometimes it's just not meant to be, and it's not for her. So we do still have her mom, Violet, which we love, and Charlie's a sweet girl too. She's a lot of Grizzly and her mom rolled up in one. Very affectionate. So just, you know, we'll post when she goes in for her spay. She's nudging me with her big old butt. Getting back to the vets, we loved our vet in New Hampshire, but we, you know, like everybody, over time we just saw the increase all the time when we brought them for any kind of care, which we didn't mind paying for because they did a thorough job. We loved them. We'd still be going to them if we lived in New Hampshire. Our new vet is very good too. They have like 4 vets within their facility, and it's just amazing the price difference here versus New Hampshire. Even for a spay, we paid a lot for spays in New Hampshire's, and that was from our reproductive vet. They do spays there, not a problem, and it's literally half the price of what we paid. Just like when we brought the 3 strays that we had on our property, because we had a lot of strays and we ended up trapping some. We brought them, I found a place. I didn't bring them to the vet that we're using now because they're not our cats, they're just spays. So I thought they must have some program, and they do. They have a lot of them here. The thing is, I don't think people utilize them, but we did find a place, and we brought 3 of them in. We didn't know if they were males or females, but they all ended up being 3 females. Really cute, pretty little young cats. But we've already found kittens twice since we've been here, and we want to just help the population. We love our cats. We brought our cats. Our cats are all spayed and neutered. So the 3 that we did catch that keep coming and eating here, we got spayed the same day as Miss Miss Charlie here, so my husband had to drop them off, then we had to come back and take her, and then go back and pick her up, and then he went back and picked the cats up, because the cats were about an hour away. And we do have a tiny house with this property, and we have the cats shut in there. They are feral. We cannot handle them. My husband caught them with a fox trap, and then we let them go inside there, and they've been in there for literally 2 months waiting. And because we just moved down here, we really have so much going on. But I did find a place in Gastonia, it's called, for a spay and neuter clinic, and they were so gracious to take them in. We did pay for it. It was a fraction of the price that we would have paid, but they came with this home, so this is their home. And you know, we just want to make sure that they can live a happy life. They got their shots like our cats eat with them too, so there's no conflict there. But there is quite a few stray cats that we're not used to seeing in our neighborhood. So, but we're just trying to be, you know, responsible animal lovers. She's over here licking the fence. Look at her. Oh, sorry, I saw you. But we do love animals too, and you know, I don't know what happened. I know the last person that lived here passed away, so maybe they were her cats or her cat's litters, but we figured we'll just do it. And we have 3 of them. We brought them all in the same day, and they were very small, 6 and 7 pound cats. I can't even really get a good picture. I do have a picture of them in the crate when they came back, but they're on pain meds, and we're going to release them in about another week. We're getting a couple of weeks to heal, and then we're just going to open the door. They come up on we have like a over patio area on the house, so they come and we feed any cats that come. So they usually eat over there too. But our cats have all blended in well with them. So, but that's really the last couple of weeks we've been really busy, and we're still trying to unpack, like the dogs area. All that stuff has to be moved out and moved to our other sheds, and there's a lot of work that we want to get done. We want to put up some washable walls, and we want to do the floor in there, epoxy the floor. It is washable, but they get it so dirty from out here. Like, I just fed them and washed the floor, but it gets dirty just as fast. So I'm hoping with epoxy it comes off a little easier. And they do have their horse stall mats, and they do have their beds, and they do have heat. We had to install a big Mitsubishi, we call them mini splits, some people call them heat cams, but this one is made for below 0 weather, because North Carolina, it does get cold, and our dogs are used to being inside, so we wanted to have heat in there for them, because our house is a little bit smaller here, and we really want to be able to have them enjoy the outside. That's why we moved here, and eventually we'll get there. It's gonna take some time because we have a million projects going, and some of it we're doing ourselves, some of it we have to hire out. This is the mini house right here. This is the one side that the cats our cats go in and eat and come back and forth. We just shut them in at night, only because if it gets cold, but summer months they won't need that. And these are all the woods that we'll eventually do permanent fencing out there for them. And look at her, she's busy watching. We have looking for Bernie. Yeah, she said I liked Bernie. Oh, she's a big girl. Look at her girth, 123 pounds. She's not done growing, but she's super sweet. We do love her. And you know, I think the most unselfish thing would be to let her go to a family where she's, you know, gonna be a family member. It's gonna work out better for her. She's watching the kitties. She's used to seeing the kitties. The cats, it's probably 4:30 and it's still in the high 60s today. So I'm actually loving it. Everybody got a stomach bug, but I am just loving it. And their building is pretty big. It's a newer building too. So we actually got lucky because we were gonna have a building built for them, and this is perfect. It's really everything that we wanted. We don't need a garage door because we plan on taking our side-by-side and motorcycle out there eventually, but we're thinking even if we put a regular garage door with some lights, and let some more light in there. But we also have to be careful too, because in the summer we don't know how hot it is. That's why we over here it's shaded. So these guys will have all the pine trees to shade them. But we're also finishing up the... I know you're after the kitty. Peaches is not going to be your friend. We're also finishing up odds and ends in the whelping room. It's literally done. I put up a sliding bifold door for the closet. I just have to finish a couple things on that.